Every morning, millions of Americans over 60 wake up feeling a slight tingling in their hands, a fleeting dizziness, or a subtle weakness on one side of their body. Most brush it off as aging, fatigue, or just a bad night's sleep. But as neurologists, we're deeply concerned. These could be warning signs of a silent stroke, the most insidious type because it strikes without dramatic symptoms like chest pain or collapse. Silent strokes quietly damage your brain, setting the stage for memory loss, dementia, or even a major stroke down the road. The scariest part, you might not even know it's happening until it's too late. Over the next few minutes, we'll uncover the subtle signs you need to watch for starting tomorrow morning and share simple, science-backed steps to protect your brain. These small changes could save your independence, your clarity, and your future. Stay with us to learn how to spot the red flags and take control of your brain health. Because you deserve to thrive in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. What is a silent stroke, or silent stroke, or silent cerebral infarction? Is a small area of brain damage caused by a blockage or reduction in blood flow to the brain. Unlike a traditional stroke, which often causes immediate noticeable symptoms like paralysis or speech loss, silent strokes fly under the radar. They don't produce dramatic warning signs, yet they cause real harm. Over time, these tiny injuries accumulate, eroding cognitive function and increasing the risk of dementia or a major stroke. According to a 2020 study published in The Lancet Neurology, silent strokes are far more common than most realize, affecting up to 1/3 of adults over 60, particularly those with risk factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol. Silent strokes occur when small blood vessels in the brain become blocked, often by tiny clots or plaque buildup, starving brain cells of oxygen. The damage is often too small to cause immediate symptoms, but the effects compound. Magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) scans frequently reveal these silent lesions in older adults. Even those who feel perfectly fine. A 2018 study from the American Heart Association found that individuals with silent strokes are at a 2.5 times higher risk of developing dementia by their 70s. This underscores the urgency of early detection and prevention. Why are mornings the most dangerous time? Your body undergoes significant physiological changes in the early morning that make it a high-risk period for silent strokes. First, blood pressure naturally spikes upon waking, a phenomenon known as the morning surge. A 2019 study in hypertension found that blood pressure can increase by 10 to 20 mmHg within the first hour of waking, putting extra strain on blood vessels. For those with hypertension, this surge can be even more pronounced, increasing the likelihood of small vessel blockages. Second, after a long night's sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it more prone to clotting. A 2021 study in stroke highlighted that even mild dehydration can increase blood viscosity by up to 15%, raising the risk of clot formation in small brain vessels. This is particularly concerning for older adults who may already have reduced thirst sensation. Finally, the morning brings a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol levels peak shortly after waking. As noted in a 2022 study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, this surge can cause blood vessels to constrict, increasing pressure and potentially triggering small vessel damage. For someone with underlying vascular issues, this creates a perfect storm for silent strokes. Common symptoms often ignored. Silent strokes are deceptive because their symptoms are subtle and fleeting, often dismissed as normal aging. However, recognizing these signs can be life-saving. Common symptoms include mild numbness or weakness on one side of the body, a slight tingling in the hand or foot, particularly on one side, that resolves within minutes, brief dizziness or balance issues, feeling unsteady when standing up, or a momentary sense of spinning. Short-term speech difficulties, struggling to find words or slurring speech for a few seconds to minutes. Transient vision changes, blurry vision or partial vision loss that clears up quickly. Facial asymmetry, a brief droop or lack of control on one side of the face. These symptoms may last only a few moments, leading many to ignore them. However, a 2023 study from the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke Nines emphasized that even brief symptoms could indicate a transient ischemic attack, TI, often called a mini-stroke, which is a major warning sign of future strokes. The evidence is clear. Silent strokes are a hidden epidemic. A landmark 2017 study from Harvard Medical School, published in Neurology, found that 30% of people over 60 have evidence of silent strokes on MRI scans. Even without these lesions, often smaller than a pencil eraser, accumulate over time, disrupting neural connections and contributing to cognitive decline. By age 70, individuals with multiple silent strokes are at significantly higher risk of vascular dementia, a condition that affects memory, decision-making, and independence. Another critical finding comes from the Framingham Heart Study, which tracked brain health in thousands of participants over decades. Published in Stroke in 2020, the study revealed that silent strokes are strongly linked to cardiovascular risk factors like hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol. For example, individuals with untreated high blood pressure were 3 times more likely to have silent stroke lesions than those with controlled blood pressure. MRI technology has been instrumental in uncovering the prevalence of silent strokes. These scans detect tiny areas of brain damage known as white matter hyperintensities, which are hallmarks of silent strokes. A 2022 meta-analysis in the Journal of Neuroscience confirmed that these lesions are present in nearly 40% of adults over 65, with higher prevalence in those with poor lifestyle habits such as smoking or physical inactivity. Understanding the science behind silent strokes is the first step, but knowledge alone isn't enough. The good news is that you can take control with simple, practical steps starting tomorrow morning. By recognizing the subtle signs and making small changes to your daily routine, you can protect your brain and reduce your risk. Let's break it down into clear, actionable advice that fits into your busy life. 3 warning signs not to ignore in the morning. Silent strokes often leave clues, but they're easy to miss unless you know what to look for. Here are 3 critical symptoms to watch for when you wake up. 1. Mild numbness or weakness in one arm or leg. If you notice a slight tingling or weakness on one side of your body that resolves quickly, don't dismiss it. This could indicate a temporary blockage in a small brain vessel. A 2021 study in The Lancet Neurology found that 25% of people who experienced fleeting unilateral weakness had a silent stroke within the next year. Even if the sensation lasts only a few minutes, it's a red flag that warrants attention. 2. Brief speech difficulties or confusion. Struggling to form a sentence or feeling momentarily confused upon waking could signal a transient ischemic attack TIA. According to the American Stroke Association, TIAs increase the risk of a major stroke by 10% within 90 days. If you find yourself stumbling over words or feeling foggy for a few minutes, take note and consult a doctor. 3. Unusual headache or balance problems. A sudden headache or difficulty maintaining balance when you stand up isn't always due to low blood sugar or fatigue. These can be early signs of reduced blood flow to the brain. A 2023 study from Neurology found that morning headaches, accompanied by dizziness, were present in 20% of silent stroke cases. 3 actions to take right after waking up. Preventing silent strokes starts with small, intentional habits. Incorporate these 3 steps into your morning routine to protect your brain. Rise slowly to stabilize blood pressure. Avoid jumping out of bed. Instead, sit on the edge of your bed for 30 to 60 seconds before standing. This allows your blood pressure to adjust gradually, reducing the risk of a morning surge. A 2019 study in hypertension showed that gradual rising reduced blood pressure spikes by up to 15% in older adults. 2. Drink a glass of warm water, 200 to 300 milliliters. Rehydrating first thing in the morning thins the blood and improves circulation. A 2020 study in stroke found that drinking 8 to 10 ounces of water upon waking reduced blood viscosity by 10%, lowering the risk of clot formation. Warm water is gentler on the stomach and encourages consistent hydration. 3. Perform the FAST test. The FAST test, face, arms, speech, time, is a quick way to check for stroke warning signs. Every morning take 30 seconds to face, smile in a mirror to ensure both sides of your face move symmetrically. Arms, raise both arms to shoulder height and hold for 10 seconds to check for weakness. Speech, say a simple sentence like, "The sun is shining today," to ensure clear speech. Time, if any of these are abnormal, call your doctor immediately. The American Stroke Association reports that the FAST test identifies 95% of stroke-related symptoms, making it a powerful tool for early detection. Why these steps work? These actions are grounded in science. Rising slowly minimizes the morning blood pressure surge, which can strain small brain vessels. Hydration reduces blood thickness, making clots less likely. The FAST test catches subtle neurological changes before they escalate. By incorporating these habits, you're proactively reducing your risk of silent strokes and their long-term consequences. Now that you know what to watch for and the first steps to take, let's dive into a detailed morning routine that turns this knowledge into action. These practical science-backed strategies will help you protect your brain health every day. Starting with your very next sunrise. Transforming your morning routine doesn't require drastic changes. By adding a few intentional habits, you can significantly lower your risk of silent strokes. Here's a step-by-step plan to follow starting tomorrow. 1. Wake up mindfully, 2 to 3 minutes. When your alarm goes off, resist the urge. Sit up slowly and remain on the edge of your bed for 2 to 3 minutes. Take slow, deep breaths to oxygenate your body and calm your nervous system. Gently rotate your neck and shoulders to assess how your body feels. A 2021 study in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension found that mindful waking reduced morning blood pressure spikes by 12% in older adults with hypertension. 2. Perform a 60-second self-check. Before starting your day, take 1 minute to perform these quick tests. Arm test. Raise both arms to shoulder height and hold for 10 seconds. Note any weakness or trembling on one side. Speech test. Say a simple sentence, such as, "Today is a great day for a walk." Listen for slurring or difficulty. Face test. Smile in a mirror or ask a loved one to check for facial symmetry. These tests, adapted from the FAST method, can catch early warning signs. The National Stroke Association notes that daily self-checks increase early detection rates by 20%. 3. Hydrate immediately. Drink 8 to 10 ounces of warm water before eating or drinking anything else. This simple act rehydrates your body and supports healthy blood flow. If you prefer flavor, add a slice of lemon, but avoid sugary drinks. A 2022 study in Circulation showed that morning hydration reduced the risk of clot-related strokes by 8% in higher-risk individuals. 4. Eat a brain-healthy breakfast. Your first meal sets the tone for your brain's blood flow. Include these foods to support vascular health. Oatmeal with berries. Oats lower cholesterol, while berries like blueberries are rich in antioxidants that protect blood vessels. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that daily berry consumption reduced stroke risk by 14%. Walnuts or olive oil. These provide healthy fats that reduce inflammation and improve blood vessel elasticity. A 2019 study in stroke linked walnut consumption to a 10% lower risk of vascular events. Avoid coffee on an empty stomach. Caffeine can spike blood pressure, so wait until after breakfast. A 2021 study in hypertension found that morning coffee without food increased blood pressure by 5 to 10 mmHg in older adults. 5. Take a 5 to 10 minute morning walk. After breakfast, step outside for a short walk. Even a slow stroll stimulates blood flow to the brain and reduces vascular stiffness. A 2023 study from the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society found that 10 minutes of daily morning exercise lowered stroke risk by 12% in adults over 60. If mobility is an issue, try seated exercises like leg lifts or arm circles to achieve similar benefits. Building long-term habits, consistency is key. To make these habits stick, set a reminder on your phone or place a glass of water by your bedside the night before. Pair your morning walk with a favorite podcast or music to make it enjoyable. Over time, these small actions will become second nature, significantly reducing your risk of silent strokes. Protecting your brain is about more than just avoiding silent strokes. It's about preserving your independence, your memories, and your quality of life. Let's wrap up with a powerful reminder of why these steps matter and how you can inspire others to take action. Every morning your body sends signals, some loud, some whisper quiet. If you've ever felt a fleeting numbness, a moment of dizziness, or a struggle to find words, don't ignore them. Silent strokes may not knock you down immediately, but they chip away at your brain's vitality, threatening your memory, your clarity, and your independence. The good news: you have the power to fight back. With just a glass of water, a mindful minute to check your body, and a few brain-healthy choices each morning, you can protect your mind for years to come. These simple steps, backed by decades of research from leading institutions like Harvard and the American Heart Association, can help you stay sharp, active, and free in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Your brain is your most precious asset. It holds your memories, your passions, and your connection to the people you love. By taking action now, you're investing in a future where you can enjoy life's moments fully. Share this knowledge with your family and friends, because everyone deserves to know how to spot the signs and stay safe. If this information resonates with you, pass it along. It could be the wake-up call someone needs to protect their brain. Stay vigilant, stay healthy, and keep your mind sharp for the years ahead.